Good morning, people. You join me as I take a nice ride out across Sussex, and I've been accompanied with a new quad lock and Calimoto.
Let's go.
So I've only had literally about an hour or two to try and get to grips with its features. One of the frustrating things that I've always found with planning trips is to make sure I can try and hit the best available roads, and that takes time. You know, like my Picos trip, that took hours and hours to sit there in the computer and using Google Maps and watching videos and just trying to pick out the best available routes to ride. While worth it, I'm sure it could have been done and made a lot quicker with an app like this. I would like to see how this would have benefited me if I went to the Picos. You know, you just turn up and ride, no planning. You turn up, leave the ferry, you're planning a route and off you go. The advantages with this app, with its algorithms, is it will focus more on the twisty roads. Now the twisty roads only come with the premium version, but you can use the app for free when you can take roads like this or the more A roads. So it's a great SatNav device. I must admit, the commentary is quite frequent. You're not going to miss anything. Nothing behind me. Oh, there we go. Follow the road for about 4 miles. There we go. Look at that, people. Nice. So I've heard or reading online with Calimoto, they claim that it only uses about 1 megabyte of data for every 60 miles or 100 kilometres. So I'm obviously not going to be too concerned with my somewhat limited data usage. The other thing I want to try is, because it's not connected by USB, is see how long the battery lasts for. So, about the first 10 minutes in the saddle, what do I think? Yeah, the commentary is frequent, it's very good, very concise. You can change the voice settings, which is handy.
Let's go.
Well, it's got one voice, but you can speed it up or you can increase the pitch, you know, so you can suit and just tee into your own hearing. The volume's good. I'm using a Cardo Smart Pack. The sound of the commentary is really good.
Right on.
So what is it with Calimoto that I find intriguing? The curly, twirly routes. I thought it's a good way to explore untravelled roads, especially roads you wouldn't normally ride. So here we go, 10 minutes out of town. I've only ridden this road about 4 or 5 times. This is a road that goes over, this is Ditchling Beacon, which is surprising because actually it's a really, really good road. The one feature I do like about it is that you can just, with a compass, choose which direction of travel you want to go in, do a round route, dictate how long you want to be away for, how long you want to go for, or is it no distance. Well, basically, put in the direction of travel you want to go. Look at that. See, love Sussex. The one thing I realised is that you would have to look at the map, go back and work out which parts of those routes, because it'll work out 3 or 4 or 5 waypoints, and in between each waypoint you can then turn into like an A road or curly road or straight road if you want to do a bit of miles between areas. It would have been handy to get a reposition of that feature in the compass and the distance screen would be really, really useful. That'll save a step. So far, so good. I don't know where this map's taken me. All I've done is selected a route for today. I'm going, you know, northeast-east, and just picked up a route of about 110 miles. It'll take about 4 hours to complete it. Even mentions road names. better right onto South Street. Really good. And you're getting those notifications actually quite far in advance. That's good. Do you know what? Initially, at the beginning of using this app, I think this could be a very good touring companion. One thing I did spot is that you can also jump online, log in as you, and put in a route, a ride for yourself, and then that would, I haven't tried it, but I'm assuming it will then sort of like update your phone until you're ready to ride the following day, and away you go. With the online application on your computer, I did notice that actually it's got weather options, so you can actually plan for wet weather for the next day ahead, which was really quite useful. Unfortunately, when I tried it, it actually had a vertical empty band over the area I was living, but you could just obviously assume that it's going to sort of fill with rain. So yeah, once you've established a plan, I think you can also share the route with your riding buddies. So then, you know, if they got Calimoto and logged in, you know, you just send it to their username, and I think then that will also log in down to their phone as well, so you're all synced up using the same routes. One frustration thing with you know, SatNavs is people saying, well, we should have gone left, we should have gone right, because SatNavs decide to do their own things half the time. But we've always taken the rule that whoever's up front, whoever's leading, their SatNavs goes, because at the end of the day they all end up at the same destination. Learned that one years ago. But since we follow that rule, no more arguments. Oh, nationals, let's go for it. At the roundabout, take exit 3. Exit 3, that actually sounds better than at the next junction, take the third exit. I like the way they do that, that's good. We're still half a mile off, and I've already been given the instruction. So there we are, point 2, point 3, I've been given the same instruction again, and it's actually saying go east as well. So not only take exit 3, heading east, it added. I'm really impressed with this. One, 2, 3. Again, this is a road that I haven't done for years. Turn slight left, then slight left. Ooh, bit damp there. .5 miles, turn left. Now with this frequent communication, I don't know how annoying that would be if you're on DMC mesh with other riders, say using, you know, the Cardo systems. You know, you're all trying to talk. I mean, will it sort of like die down and just chatter quietly in the background, or will it sort of like override what you're trying to say? Because I must admit, that was one issue with the Garmin while chatting, is that the Garmin SatNav will cut in and completely block out the communication between you and your riding buddies. Cool, talking about curly roads. What type of cost are we looking at here? Now for the premium version in the UK, you're looking at £39.99.99 or 40 quid. Now is 40 quid good value for money? Well, the first thing that crossed my mind was that how much did my Garmin Sumo 660 cost me 10 years ago? It was more than £400. And then a bit more money for the lifetime map, so 450, yeah, maybe not 460, argument's sake, £450. Now Calimoto is £40 a year. 10 years, still cheaper. You work that one out. And it's providing all this fun. You know, you're hitting roads you've never ridden before. I am liking it. In fact, actually, that's one thing you can do with this is, you know, pick out fuel stops, add them as waypoints, In fact, accommodation, eateries and biker meets. There's a little icon you can hit where it shows you where all the local biker meets are, and I think that database is building up. One other point of interest I would like to see incorporated on the app is scenic spots. Somewhere where you can just turn up, grab a cup of coffee and just admire the views that this world has to offer. Right, I'm just going to stop a second because annoyingly I've got a message, a reminder saying that we're having a curry. No, get rid. Go away. Right, now I can see the screen. I wonder if something could be done about that. Just going to go back on myself just a little bit because there seems to be a little bit of a lake. I must have missed a turning. So it seems like that the SatNav is insistent, just because I passed it, instead of continue on with the journey, it's actually wanting me to go back, which is what I shall do. 500 feet, turn right. Turn right. What, this one here? Yes, that's someone's property and it's closed. It must be some public grounds or something. I've got rid of that waypoint behind me and we'll just carry on to the next one. You see, my battery has decreased by 20% in about an hour. I'm envisaging that I'd have about 5 hours worth of battery life without requiring a charge. Whoa, look at that, people! Look at that. Thank you, Calimoto. I wasn't expecting that. Turn slight right. See, turn slight right, there's no need for that because it's on the junction. I'm sticking to the main road. You only need to listen to an instruction if you're coming off the main road. E2110. God, road names and everything. I'm really impressed with that. I think my touring holiday this year will consist of local roads. Roads that I've never explored before. And that's the thing, you always do the roads that you're familiar with. But Calimoto will give you a very, very good reason to get on the bike and just go. And so far I am impressed with the results it's offered on this very first run. You've been on the road for more than 1 hour. Now I wasn't expecting that just to pop up. See, I'm exploring Sussex that I've never explored before. Absolutely brilliant. Who would have heard of a name called Balls Green? In 1.8 miles, turn right. 1.8 miles. Turn right. Why is it giving me an instruction nearly 2 miles away? Oh, Sharpie. I mean, so far this has proved that all the roads that you do are good ones. So turn right here. I mean, look at this. France Lakes. I've never heard of France before. It's kind of 10 o'clock. My phone's been on constantly on battery. What's 8 mile an hour then? And we're currently not even at 50% battery power. I know where I am. A21 down towards Battle and Bexhill and Hastings. Massive event in Hastings. A21 I think is the route for the May Day run at the beginning of May every year. But if you want to join a run where literally tens of thousands of bikers all get together for a free ride down to Hastings, then do join it. Hashtag May Day run. What I want to do is just want to stop for a second. So what I'm going to do is just tag in for some fuel. I don't need it yet, but we'll just see what it's like. So I'm assuming we will go there at a gas station. There we go. Where's it going? Well, there's 3.3 BP, 4 miles. I don't know which way we'll be going, but it's all going to be about 3-4 miles away. Let's give Wadhurst. Let's give that one a go. Another notification, basically saying I've just covered 55 miles. I like these little additions, which you wouldn't normally get from a SatNav, to say what you have actually done. Just a few interesting stats as you ride. Nice. Quick pit stop at the gas station. Awesome. Right, just hit resume, and it just basically said ride on. What I'm going to try and do is, because I've had it in portrait mode, I'm going to try and do it landscape, will it? There it is, landscape. It's very difficult to try and find and establish like good roads when you're, you know, trying to do your research and you're mapping, you're plotting. You don't know what you're going to get. You know, I've certainly made some mistakes. You think, oh, I thought that road would be a lot better than that. So then you resort to like looking at Google Maps and the satellites and zooming in and checking the roads and see what they're like, just to give you an idea. Calimoto, you don't need to do that anymore. And that's put a big smile on my face. Because, look, the roads are quiet in southern England, and you do pick up some fabulous scenery on your doorstep. Ah, right, we've actually done a full lap. Right, we'll come back at the same junction as we, because we just went up there. And now we're going back the way we came. See, and that's the other benefit, is that it lets you take you back down the same roads you came along, so it gives you double the fun, because you can do the roads one way and then do it the other. I like that. I think more to the point, it actually makes you do it. You know, it's so easy to have a good road, and you get to the end of the junction and think, like, yeah, I enjoyed that, but you wouldn't actively go back and do it again. I have noticed in landscape it doesn't give you like the time and you know, especially, you know, the battery status. Right, well that was twice. It's picked up basically a non-existent road. I was just about to turn into a private property. So not 100% accurate, but it's still 99.9% there.
You paused your ride.
I just thought I'd just stop for a quick coffee. It's so peaceful, so quiet. Well, I'll tell you what, Calimoto has really made me think about whether I need a SatNav for that anymore. It's just so easy to use. You know, put on the bike, you set where you want to go, and you're off. How easy could it be? Certainly worth it.
Ride on.
That's it, quick stop for a quick coffee and we're going again. Calimoto, you have not let me down. Well, apart from a couple of minor roads, and I think that's the only thing, is if you actually come across roads which it looks like it's looking for a diversion and yet the change of road is minimal, ignore it. Turn slight left. There's nothing slight about that. Okay, it's just calculating a new route. I don't know why that is. I can't see where that is. But I'm not going to be deterred. I shall crack on and just follow it and see where it comes up with. So far, I have been absolutely impressed. I've got a new touring buddy. I think the one thing I'm looking forward to is going cross country in the car with the family and going camping and coming off like the A roads and the motorways and just enjoying the days of just driving out in the country as I used to with my dad. Such a pleasure. Look at this. This is the Sussex Downs. You know, you could be in Wales. I'm certainly looking forward to using it more and more often, or practically for every ride. I think the only additional cost I've had to pay for is for the quad lock system, which has come highly recommended. I think quad lock system just cost me about 50-ish, £55. Turn slide left. Okay, we shall turn slide left. Helsham. And that's the other thing I like about this, it just takes the pressure off, the stress. There's nothing to worry about. You know you are going to hit good roads. So just sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. I certainly am. How's my battery doing? Looking at it, it's about 50%. In 1.1 miles, turn right. There we are. I can safely say after 4 hours of continued use, I've decided to put the cable in just to sort of like recharge it full of juice. Yeah, 105 miles or 110 miles, not bad for a 4.5 hour ride out this morning. This app is certainly a keeper. I'm going to be using it, and I think my old Garmin SatNav, which I've had for 10 years, is now officially redundant. As we're nearing home, all I can say is this app is absolutely brilliant. Thoroughly enjoyed using it. It's taken me on some roads I've never ever explored before. All I can say is download the free version, give it a go, and if you like it, take the twisty option and the other premium features such as viewing the maps and that offline for £40 a year. it's really good value for money. So for the moment, thanks so much indeed for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Oh, battery low again. Am I plugged in? Maybe I do need that wireless charger after all.